Okay, we're gonna be watching PRTZL, Prtzl. I just realized that. Who's gonna be playing Genji on Numbani, and this is silver. I assume it is console, as I've done a little bit of a pre-watch looking at the aim, but maybe I'm wrong. What do they say? We ended up losing this game. It was pretty close, but I played really poorly in the first half and had trouble securing kills. I don't mind nitpicking. You can be as detailed as you want. Feel free to insult me. Don't sugarcoat anything. I would say I played too safe and wasn't aggressive enough, as I ended up with 6 or so deaths when my other DPS and tank had 15 or so. Please help me improve. My end goal is gold by the beginning of next season. So for starters, I would say that if your tank and another DPS have 15 deaths, that's on them. Having 15 deaths in the game is crazy. That's like a huge number. It's way too many deaths. I think 6 deaths feels more reasonable, win or loss. Probably somewhere between like 6 to 8, depending on how long the game was. I mean, this is an 18-minute long game, so if you're averaging 5 deaths per 10, which is a typical number, I mean, you're looking at about 10 deaths. So 6 deaths probably is definitely on the low side, but it depends on what's actually happening. So let's kind of take a look. And having done a pre-watch on this, I think that we should first talk about what is the mindset of Genji. Like, what is your kind of plan to go into every single game? And this is the way that, as not a Genji player, so I'm extrapolating a little bit based on what I've seen and observed and heard / read / watched. Your perspective should be, I'm going to spam people with shurikens to farm Blade. And then I'm going to use Blade to kill the opposing team because Blade is one of the best ultimates in the game. If I find an opportunity to kill somebody without Blade, I will take that opportunity, right? Always just being aware of that because Genji's probably one of the best ones at it, right? If I have the opportunity to put pressure on somebody who can't deal with me well, I will do that. But overall, my like core win condition is getting Blade, using Blade to win team fights. So I can also use deflect as a really important part of this, where deflect, if I step in front of my team and they're being spammed, I can use deflect to spam them back and farm a lot of ult charge that way instead of just relying on shurikens. I should note that I have dash. Dash is a pretty long cooldown. I want to say it's like 6-7 seconds-ish. And I should only dash if I know that I'm going to either win the fight off the dash, or I know that someone is going to die, which will give me a dash reset so I can get out. I'm sure you know this, but people who are watching this who may not know Genji don't necessarily know that in elimination, whether the Genji gets the final blow or not, as long as they did any damage to the target and they die, the Genji will get a dash reset, so they can immediately dash again, which is how you see those chain kills. So again, looking at this on offense, my perspective is probably I'm gonna go main. I'm just gonna poke people down, look to see maybe I can kill. If I can't get a kill, no problem, right? Just farm Blade. This Genji is super extended, right? He's discorded. You immediately dash, which I think is not ideal. I understand why you did it, because you're like, oh, I get a lot of bonus damage right now from dash, but he's not low enough to die, and he's not deflecting yet. So I would definitely do a right click here first, right? And potentially do, what is it, like 20, I think it's like 27 damage to shuriken, something like that. So that's, yeah, that sounds about right, 81 damage, yeah. So that's like 81 damage right now, and then do the dash, and then this Genji is dead. Right? And wait until he deflects now, and then dash him and kill him. Right? Because if you got him below 50 right now, the dash will just instantly kill him. So you're going to deflect right now after chasing him down. Again, you have no way of killing him because you don't have dash. And one problem that you have when you deflect is that you don't actually aim deflect. Like, use deflect like, oh, like I'm just defending myself versus trying to aim at a hero. You should always use deflect like you're firing a laser beam. Point it out. For example, the Ana here would be great. That way, anything that does get deflect, like that dart, would actually hit someone instead of flying up and hitting the wall, right? Really, really important. When you use deflect, aim it at somebody. Really, really important. That's a common mistake I saw throughout this. So you decide to give up, but I don't know why, right? Like, what are you going to accomplish this side? Just stay here. There's plenty of targets for you to spam. Also, your Rhine is on point somehow. Like, you should be here now, like, spamming shurikens, recognizing, oh, shoot, the Rhine's on the point. He's going to create space because everyone's going to turn for him. This is your opportunity to be aggressive. For you to go this way is a huge mistake, because now you go up top, and then what are you going to do? You go up here? Oh, there's a Rhine your way. But you knew this the whole time. I certainly hope you did, right? I assume you're wearing a headset. If you're not wearing a headset, immediately get a headset. Like, you can get earbuds for $10 that will give you perfect directional sound. Like, this is not a thing that anyone should ever be playing modern games without, like, directional sound. So now, what are you doing? You're just wasting your time, right? You could probably have 30% more ult charge right now if you've just been going main and spamming. But instead, you're just wasting your time. Right? So it feels to me like you don't really recognize your core gameplay loop. You're not trying hard enough. Like, if I told you, like, I held a gun to your head while you're sitting in your chair or sofa or whatever, and I said, farm ulti as fast as you can, I do not think that you would have walked over here and just stood in this doorway messing with this Rhine. You would have been main, right? Just continually spamming people, getting ultimate. That should be your perspective, right? Sense of urgency, farm Blade as fast as you can. Okay, like that's so critical. As Genji, more so than most of the other DPSs, get ulti as fast as you can. I think Sombra's probably the other example of someone where you absolutely must farm ulti as fast as you can. So you standing here, not good value. He throws a fire strike, you deflect it, but who cares? Like, let's say it hits the Rhine. Whatever. It's like it's not a big deal. You get 100 damage. Okay, cool. Like it, you waste deflect for that. Like you're sitting around doing nothing. I think you recognize that at this point. You're like, oh shoot. So Genji's in. You should not dash initially, right? Just first build up the damage. Wait till he deflects, because right now when you're behind him, you can get free right clicks or left clicks, whatever you want to do, right? You can get free damage here in this back. Then when he starts deflecting, dash and kill him. Right? This is a very common mistake you're doing. Again, if you'd done only 30 damage, if you hit him with 2 shurikens while you're looking at his back, he would be dead right now. Right? And then you pop deflect and you waste it again. Soldier gets a kill, great. So your team should be aggressive because it's a 5-on-4 situation. You go under, I think this is fine. Then you turn back, which is confusing. I don't really know why you did that. Like now you've baited your team into going lower. So I don't really know what's going on in your head here. Like I don't know what you're thinking about. But you should be trying to go for the back line. So that's way too far away to throw a right click. This should be a left click. By the way, just to confirm, since you may be on console, right click is the fan, the 3 simultaneous ones. Left click is the 3 consecutive ones, the not spread one. So you should be left clicking right now. Great. Go for the Ana, go for Lucio, like wherever you want. I think dash here feels a little early, but I think you're starting to take some damage. So Genji's on you. I think it's understandable. But yeah, see now you deflect, but like nothing's actually attacking you right now. And yeah, you're already down 2. They have short spawn, and you're in big trouble. Right. Again, if you did more damage before you dashed, like you would be in so much better shape. Like imagine if you did like 2 more shurikens here, and then you dashed and you killed them out of the air. You have this habit of just dashing way too early. And again, this deflect, like I don't think makes a whole lot of sense. Right? The only person looking at you is the Ana. Max, you deflect 1 dart here. It's just not good value. Also, you saw how low the Lucio was in the back. You should have spammed shurikens at him. Right? That Lucio is almost 1 dart rate. He is one shuriken rate. He is 1 shurikenable. You could have killed him with a shuriken right now. You might have gotten enough healing before it reached him, but close enough. This is a crazy dash in. Like I know they're distracted, but the soldier's at full health, but you managed to hit like a triple headshot there, so absolutely huge. Now all you do is land it, you miss the right click, and you miss the melee, so this is just like you see you miss that and you miss the melee, so this is just like regular aim mechanics. You just don't got it, right? This is just not good enough. This dash obviously way too far away. Like you're definitely not close enough to go for that soldier. You should be left clicking here, not right clicking. And look how many shurikens you miss here. So this is miss, right? That's another miss. That one happens to hit the Rhine, but I think you're really aiming for the soldier, so it's basically a miss. Again, another deflect where you're not aiming at anybody. Right? You're deflecting, but you're not aiming at the soldier, so the deflect's not doing any good. It's just keeping you alive. Right? Deflect should be used to kill people. So, you know, I think the sum experience we're getting so far is you don't look particularly comfortable at Genji, and your aim / mechanics are a huge problem. Right? Another early dash on the Genji. Right? Like you hit this shot, which is good. You could have gotten another good right click on him right there. Then you could have got another right click, and then when he dashes out, then dash and kill him. So you have Blade here. Right? You definitely could consider. Yeah, climb up, take high ground. Shatter's popped, but unfortunately Rhine dies. Once your Rhine dies, it's fine. You just reset. Oh no, your Rhine gets rezzed. Genji like climbs up on you. So I think you're dashing away from the blade, which I think I understand, but like this is also kind of a tricky spot. You use deflect, which is great. Your team's still going. You rezzed one, you rezzed one and you killed one. So I think that this is worth blading right now. Right, and Valky's popped. I do not think I followed the low ground for any reason. Like, you're gonna get shattered here, but there's no reason to have dropped low ground at the beginning. Like, why are you even down here? Right, just stay high ground. You have a much better angle and you're much safer. Alright, beats popped, which is good. right? Now you can maybe win next fight. By the way, if you're holding blade for beat, I think that's fair. If you were thinking that, I would guess that you weren't, but you might have been. Dying right now is a huge throw. See, there's another great example where you start deflecting, but you're not aiming at anybody. The moment you start deflecting, you should already be looking at a target. You see how late you are? You could have killed that soldier if you were aiming at him the whole time, because he was just standing still. Ryan's charging in from your left, I would turn and be like, what the heck? So, don't get in swing range. Right? Once I see this swing, I dash through him. This is way too late. And then you die to this. Because that Ryan was horribly out of position. Alright, Ryan's low. An incredibly dangerous dash. You managed to get it because the Ana has not respawned yet. Lucy also did poop you out of it. I would have fanned there. I don't know what you're doing here. Okay, so you're gonna take first point. Kill the soldier, great. Trying to get healing. I would have just dashed to the Mega, but that works too. So you still have blade. So let's kind of watch this first blade. Another example where when you deflect, you're just not looking at anybody, right? You see? I mean, at least you're sort of trying to aim at her this time. The other times you weren't even trying. This time you were at least sort of trying to aim at her. Right? You're just kind of spamming away. So, visor pop. Soldier's dead. So, I don't know why you're blading right now. I mean, technically you're even, right? It's like a 4 and 4, but your soldier visor's active. So I assume the Lucio here is going to die at a minimum. So this feels like overholding to me, right? See, Lucio's dead already. The Ana's already stuck in here. Like, this fight was over. I did not think this was a good blade. I think this is overholding. So you cap this. Alright, soldier super extended, but you don't have dash. Go high ground, I think is a reasonable plan. I think it's highly questionable to go for the Rhine there. I mean, you already have access to the back line. I would drop here behind the supports and like attack the Lucio, get him low, maybe get the kill if I feel in danger. Like you can pop deflect when the soldier and Ana turn back here, and then you could dash out if you end up not being able to convert the play. Like you don't do enough to bait people into attacking you with deflect. Yeah, I would just dash out. That's what you do right now. I think you could stay up here if you had dash and use deflect to farm a whole bunch of ult charge. Right, so this is a great example where like, why do you deflect? No one's even looking at you. I don't feel like you actually think before you deflect. I think you're just hitting the button when you think you're in danger. Right? You pop deflect here, but visor just started, which means he's still in the cooldown of, like, you see he can't start shooting until right now, and your deflect's already half gone. Oh, Ryan walks behind you and somehow doesn't know you are there. This would definitely be low bronze if this is on PC. If you tell me this is PC, I would be very surprised. So another great example where I don't think you put enough pressure for the deflect, like you're like so far away, and now you're just deflecting things like behind your Rhines. Your Rhines can absorb all the attacks. Yep, kill the Genji, great. Unfortunately, you lost your soldier for it. I think you can get aggressive right now. Yeah, the soldier's still super low here. Like no one's killing the soldier. I think it would have been worth there to dash through the soldier, right? Through the soldier, 180 right click, right? And then right click melee, and then pop deflect there if you have to. But I'm pretty sure the soldier dies here if you're aggressive. I don't play enough Genji to like know for sure, like instinctually, but that's my read on it, is I think that soldier should have died. Ana's super out of position. Go for the Ana. Yep. So you know she doesn't have sleep. You do a good job jumping over her head. I don't know that you need to dash there, but we'll take it. This soldier is very out of position. So beats pop right now. We're just chilling. I think you're gonna die here. This Ryan has no idea what he's doing. Like he could have just killed you by swinging at you at any moment in time. Again, a lot of preemptive dashes. Great shadow for the Rhine. Visors popped. Going for the cap. Yeah, just stay away from the Rhine. I don't know. Don't hit that shot, that hammer swing from him. That's actually really big because that pushes you way out of position. Like when you realized, hey, he's coming out of right door this way, immediately start going to the left. Right? Eating this is like a surprisingly big deal. Like I know it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but that forces you, first of all, get you low. Second, it forces you your dash and your deflect for some reason. And so now you've lost 2 critical pieces to do anything. Right? Don't worry about the teleporter, it's a waste of your time. Like you gotta get kills here. So again, if you had dash right now, which you do, but you just don't do it in time, right? Dash does 50, then you have blade, which does 110, plus another 50 is a one-shot. But because you pop blade first, you're going to need a second swing to get this kill. You have to understand breakpoints, as all heroes, but as Genji for blade in particular, you have to understand breakpoints, right? Ideally, you want to kill them in one swing, one dash. That way you get an instant reset and you can keep going. The reason why you're not able to do this is because you don't dash first. So this, right? Dash through, pop blade, double jump, dash swing. Or swing dash, rather. Actually, would probably be better from that angle, right? So again, from here, dash through, jump, pop blade, swing, dash, right? Then you kill 2, right? Then you do swing, dash through, then another swing, and then you've wiped them all and you win the fight. Let's see what actually ends up happening. You hit the soldier, right? You miss the soldier. You hit the soldier with dash. You miss him. You hit him with sword. You hit him with sword again. You hit him with sword again. You miss him. And that's it. So, yeah, mechanics, a really important thing. Breakpoints, really important, right? If you insta-kill people, this would never happen, okay? All 3 of these 4 heroes would have been dead from you alone. That's like the biggest thing you gotta work on. Like you gotta train. I'm sure there's Genji blade trainers out there, but you gotta train that to get better. So I'm not gonna watch the entire video. I'm just gonna go maybe to last fight and let's kind of see how last fight goes. Okay, so you're right over here. They got 16 seconds. Let's see how far back I need to do this. Is it possible to win this from this angle? No. This is a 5-on-3. So let's rewind one fight. Oh, you caught yourself in a very bad spot. So, for the record, if you have 2 health and you're coming to help your Ana, don't stand next to your Ana, right? Go to the right of the Reaper while attacking. You see how you walk over? Like, literally, you kill yourself. You literally commit suicide by walking in front of your Ana. I don't think the Reaper even knows you're there. Right? You literally walk in front of the shot with 2 health and die. This is just... You can't be doing this. You know? Like, that's not high level gameplay. And from there, it's just going to be a steamroll. So there's nothing that you can do about that. We can go back even a little further and see, like, why did you get in such a bad spot to begin with? So blades popped. I don't know why you're not attacking, right? You got full ammo right now. Attack. Attack. Attack the Zen. Attack the Zen. Right? Trance is forced. Okay, now that Trance is forced. Oh, no. Very lucky. So I would immediately pop deflect after you get this charge to not take the hammer swing. Right? You get pinned out of this. Unlucky. Pop deflect right now so you don't get to take this hammer swing. Right? Then I would probably go towards spawn because I really don't want to stay out here because my team is already in tons of trouble. Like, this is not the time. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Let's re-summarize. So number 1, understand the core gameplay loop, right? Just spam to get blade, use blade to win fights. Get kills if you can, but generally spam to get blade, use blade to win fights. That's number 1. Number 2, when you deflect, aim at people with deflect. Very, very important. Number 3, make sure people are actually shooting at you when deflect. It often feels like you just pop deflect because you feel like you're in danger versus thinking, like, is anyone actually going to be shooting at me? And recognizing, like, is that going to be valuable? Number 4, try not to dash except as a finisher, typically speaking. If you get the opportunity to get juicy right clicks, do that first and then pop dash last if you absolutely have to, right? You had so many opportunities to kill the Genji early on if you just didn't dash first and just right clicked instead. And lastly, I would say your aim and blade mechanics are both have a lot of room for improvement. And I think that's definitely going to hold you back. Like, maybe you can climb into like low gold or something, but I don't think you can climb out of gold with the way your aim currently is. Okay, I'm going to pause there. Hopefully that's helpful.